So, working where I work, unpredictability, uncertainty, chaos seems to be the theme right now. And so I thought I would start with this newsletter to the Unbored by sharing some of the things that I think I can safely predict about 2019. The first of them being this, that at the end of a really busy year, after our last Unbored meeting in 2018, I decided I was going to try and take back as much time in the first part of this year, in the first 3 months, for prayer and reflection. And that's been really helpful, and I'm enjoying that a great deal, and I'll let you know where I get to by the end of March. And prayer seems to be the theme for the year in some ways, because later on in the year we host the Parliamentary Prayer Breakfast. My boss, Maeve, Baroness Sherlock of Durham, the Reverend Baroness Sherlock of Durham, is the chair of the Parliamentary Prayer Breakfast. I've just got back from the American Prayer Breakfast, and we now sort of turn our thoughts to this building over here, which will be hosting the Prayer Breakfast on July the 2nd, and I think there'll be a fair amount of work to get ready for that. 700 people from around the country coming to pray in Parliament with their members of Parliament, with the Prime Minister, and with various party leaders. So prayer is number one, something I can predict is happening, will happening. Number two is care. I think it'd be fair to say that increasingly people in these buildings and in this place are finding the process of Brexit quite scary and quite worrying, and so one of the things for me in 2019 is to be much more intentional about spending time with the members of Parliament who I know and who I support, and helping them through a challenging time. And beyond that, also being a bit more strategic about identifying some of the emerging political leaders that are coming onto the scene and trying to find more opportunities to mentor and support them. Thirdly, if we've talked about prayer, we've talked about care, well, I guess the third bit is the dare bit. Dare to do big things, to do new things. One thing I always know is going to happen in a year is there's going to be new opportunities and new projects. At the moment, I'm working on the idea of a mission venture fund to resource different projects around evangelism. We're working on a project which is looking at how we can help politicians to be more responsible in the use of social media. I'm working on a project that's looking at the role of faith in prisons, and we're also looking at how we can set up a national student leadership forum here in Parliament, where leaders from across the country, from universities, can come and learn from the leadership of Jesus here and think about their own futures. So there's plenty to do, and while there's lots that we can't predict about the next 12 months, I think we can predict I'll be fairly busy, and more to the point, hopefully amidst the busyness there'll be some real opportunities to make a difference. And so a huge thank you to those of you who are going to help me make some of those decisions, choose where I'm going to spend my time, and also support me so that I can do what I'm called to do. Thanks very much for your help, your support, and here's to 2019 and the things we can see and a few things we can't see. See you later.